Hello, everybody. This will be the first webinar for GCFS members, and it will be on career development, hosted by Rajib Bose. So I will give a quick rundown of Rajib's background and his credentials, and then Rajib will carry on and teach you guys more about the career development process. So just as a quick introduction, Rajib is a corporate finance and strategic business development professional armed with a prolific 15-year track record of leading cross-functional teams to formulate and execute strategies in line with growth objectives. He is currently a part of CFI's business excellence team, which aims to develop its business and look after the corporate training segments. He is also serving as an independent director with the GCFS, and he's pursued careers in other great previous roles, such as being an associate vice president at the TFTS group of companies. So going on to his credentials, he graduated from the University of Burdwan in 2005 and later achieved his MBA in business studies. He also pursued an executive development program from XLRI in advanced business and finance. Rajib is also a certified FMVA and CBCA. So without further ado, I will pass it on to Rajib, who will continue on the career development presentation.
Welcome to all CFI's alumni and GCFS members. Here, we will discuss career development. What next after completion of your FMVA, CBCA, CMSA, or BIDA certifications? At first, we have to choose the right career options. After that, we need to find open positions available with various corporate, how to make job applications, and how to take preparations for interviews. In case you land yourself up in the wrong job, then you will be wasting half your energy in hating the job, and that would do no good for your career or your life. So, you need to be smart when you are taking the decision about your career. It is essential to do prior planning before joining any profession in order to ensure a successful and joyful career throughout the service tenure. The time given during the process is definitely worth the result it obtains. It is important to have a general idea of which careers you are interested in, along with which are aligned with your skills and abilities. Carving out a long term career strategy in the finance industry is not as easy as it is entering it. Merely deciding to make a career in finance is not enough. Zeroing in on the job profile is equally important. Most people who enter the finance industry don't enter their careers in the same position in which they began. They use the knowledge and experience they gain in their earlier jobs to better their positions and fit their interest. Where you end up depends on your preparedness and your willingness to explore different career paths. Research potential careers you are interested in, learn more about them, and decide if they are right for you. Let's explore the career paths of CFI's certifications. As you see on your screen right now, different certifications with different career paths and skill sets. When you are choosing your career and thereafter preparing for the interview, knowledge about skill sets are very important. To become an expert in your field, you have to work hard on the skill sets. Talking about FMVA, financial modeling and valuation analyst, skill in core corporate finance is vital as it needs operational banking skills for a credit analyst, where CMSA is core on international capital markets. CFI's brand new and upcoming courses, Business Intelligence and Data Analyst program, is ideal for quantitative analyst, business intelligence, data analyst, and risk manager. Current job markets are more challenging due to the requirement of practical application. Understand the skill set, keep practicing on their applications are the way to find a good job. Most people have heard about investment banking due to its renowned competitiveness and higher pay, but not everyone realizes there are wide range of finance careers that extend beyond supporting banks and which still offer similarly impressive pay packages. Common job titles are corporate finance, investment banking, commercial banking, project finance, risk management, private equity, credit analyst, among many others. Each has its own career path, however. In general, it takes 2 years or more to move to a higher level position, so substantial career progression needs long term commitment. All financial analysts analyze financial information. However, this position differs greatly by organization and industry. Within a corporation, you may be analyzing the financials of your company and its investments. You could be looking for financial issues, running the numbers for new projects, or doing ad hoc reporting, budgeting, forecasting, valuations, and other activities. If you are a financial analyst within an investment organization, you will likely be tasked with examining the financials of outside companies you are looking to invest in, buy, and sell. This asks a broad base of knowledge about different kinds of companies within industries as well as understanding how and why investments are made. An investment banker is in the business of raising money for companies, governments, and other entities. The investment banker can work within our financial institutions or for our divisions of a large bank. Investment bankers will be involved with large and potentially complicated financial transactions. They help shape financial deals to raise money for expansion, merger, acquisition, or sale of a business. This also includes the initial public offering of a company's stock, as this is done to raise money for the company to meet its objectives. Risk managers monitor and mitigate financial risks within a company. They identify and assess threats to the company, put plans in place to combat such threats, and decide how to avoid, reduce, and transfer risks from the company. For a finance professionals, the focus is on utilizing financial instruments to manage the organization's exposure to risks, which can include a multitude of exposures, include operational, credit, market, foreign exchange, and many more. A credit analyst is responsible for assessing the creditworthiness of a business or person. Usually, a credit analyst will work for a commercial or investment bank and be responsible for performing various financial and ratio analysis. Within the scope of investing, a credit analyst will look at potential fixed income investments and analyze whether they are suitable for purchase or sell depending on business objectives. I would suggest use the following link to explore CFI's career maps for more detail. There's more to a job search than simply applying for online postings, though the majority of job seekers confine their job search to exactly that. It may sound crazy, but job postings are not the number one method employers use to recruit. A good job search strategy includes a number of job search techniques and approaches, including utilizing your network the number one source of productive job leads. To learn how to uncover opportunities is what known as the hidden job market. Educate yourself on a variety of job search strategies to use in addition to searching online postings. Many students and freshers panic at the prospect of not finding immediate employment and apply for any and every job that does not even match to their experience and skill set. This is a mistake for a number of reasons. First, it is difficult to succeed at a job that does not mesh with who you are. People who do well at their jobs are people who enjoy what they do, and you are less likely to enjoy your job if you have not taken the time to target your job search and direct your efforts at applying for jobs you are really interested in. Second, creating a polished professionals and tailored applications packages takes time. It is difficult to invest the time and energy into effectively applying for positions you don't truly care about, which is why applications from students who apply for anything that comes up are not usually strong enough to be competitive. Last but not the least, employers can tell when you are not at all that interested. When your documents are not tailored or you don't know much about the positions or organizations or you don't seem to be care about the company, your applications shows it. Employers want to hire people who are enthusiastic about the organization and the positions being advertised. So while it may seem like a good idea to bombard the world with your resume and hope for the best, you will experience greater success by really focusing on opportunities that are meaningful to you. Few examples of find open positions: Glassdoor, Indeed, LinkedIn, Monster, Career Builders. You can create your account and upload it, your resume and credentials to apply suitable jobs. Here is an example how to apply job with corporates under the job opportunity sections. If you can't find suitable positions with corporates, visit the website and contact them or ask someone in a relevant role on LinkedIn if they are planning on hiring for a relevant positions. This is again all about networking. Your application is critically important to your job prospects. Only 2% of applications actually make it to the next step of being invited for an interview. Job applications provide job seekers an avenue to express interest in a positions and relay pertinent information about their qualifications to employers. Some companies may need specific answers in the time of making application. For example, why do you want to work with us? Why are you the best candidate for the position? How do your skills and abilities align with the role? Make sure to answer concisely, professionally, and within the required word count. It is valuable to ask friends or family to proofread your responses. Talent assessments help companies test applicants for employment to determine if candidates are a good match for their job vacancies. Companies who conduct talent assessment are seeking applicants that match their hiring criteria. Many large companies use pre employment testing to assess whether the personality, work style, knowledge, or skills of candidates fit the job at hand or company culture. Even the smartest and most qualified job seekers need to prepare for their job interview. Interview skills are learned, and there are no second chances to make a great first impression. Interview may consist of multiple rounds, pre-recorded video interviews, behavioral questions, technical questions, Excel assessments, questions for you to ask, follow-up email. My advice would be focus on practical learning as much as possible. You don't need an MBA to work in finance, but the field is highly competitive, especially at the entry level. You have already broken the ice by completing one of the CFI's practical certifications. It is recommended to practice building and understanding templates. The skill practice options in CFI's dashboard is also a great place to start. The reason employer asks behavioral questions is to understand how the job candidate handles different, often difficult situations, demonstrating their soft skills. Behavioral interview questions typically focus on common problems faced at work. Employers are looking for examples that you have demonstrated key soft skills like problem solving, initiative, judgment, handling stress, resilience, adaptability, analytical skills, creativity, negotiations, attentions to detail, planning and organizing, integrity, reliability, motivations, team building, leadership, management, and more. To be well prepared, think about situations where you had to put these abilities into action and make sure they listed on their interview checklist. Use the STAR format: situation, task, action, result to keep organized. Example: tell me about a time you experience failure in the workplace. Situation: provide information about the situation, your role in the company, the event taking place. Task: talk about your task and or responsibilities for the situation. Action: the action you took to complete the task or fix the situation. Results: the outcome of the actions and what you learned in the process or what you would do differently. Please use CFI's behavioral questions link to explore more. Few examples of technical questions are What are the different methods of valuing a company? Tell me about a stock you like and why. What happens to the US dollar if the government increases interest rates? Please open the CFI's interview questions link to explore more. Under the domain of financial planning and analysis, interviewers may want to know how much experience you have had budgeting and forecasting. They may ask very specific budget experience interview questions, and your answers should include examples from your internship or professional experience to demonstrate your abilities. Always remain confident and make eye contact with the employer is very important. At the end of the interview, the interviewer will likely to ask you if you have any questions. Prepare this ahead of time. Don't ask questions that can be answered by yes or no. Think of challenging questions that show you are interested in the business and work. Job seekers often have a hard time deciding the best way to follow up after an interview. Once it's over, you are instantly waiting for feedback. When you are eager to hear about a new opportunity, it can be frustrating to wait, but sometimes the interview process takes a lot longer than you would like. The employer has to interview all the suitable candidates, and which might take a few weeks since this depends on availability of both the applicants and everyone who will interview them. To keep your expectations in check, it is always a good idea to ask the interviewer about their timeline for deciding on a candidate before you leave the interview room. This way, you will know when it's appropriate to follow up. Your first step should be send a thank you note to the interviewers or the person scheduling your interviews within 2 days of the interview. Only 1 in 20 candidates send a thank you note after an interview. So, taking the time to write one is a great opportunity to leave a positive impression on the interviewers. I think sending it by email and keeping it brief. Thank everyone who interviewed you for their time, re-emphasized your interest in the role, and express excitement about the next step in the recruitment process. You can also reference specific conversations that may have come in the interview and use your thank you letter to highlight the ways your skills and experience are a good match for the position. Finally, if there's something you forgot to mention during the interview, this is a great opportunity to bring it up. To conclude, career development is the series of activities which involves training on new skills and preparing for interviews. I wish very best for your professional success. Thank you.